school football Friday on Channel 12, and tonight a big matchup here in the northwest suburbs. A non-conference game between the Maple Grove Crimson, coming in 2-0, and the 1-1 Wayzata Trojans. Hello and welcome to Wayzata High School. John Jacobson along with Joe Moline and Ryan Iverson tonight. And Joe, Maple Grove is 2-0, as I mentioned, on the season, but a big game for their head coach, Matt Lombardi, who spent so many years as a defensive coordinator here at Wayzata. First time against the school he coached at for so long, and he wants to win this game. He's told us as much.
Yeah, you know, he was a bit of a legend here as the defensive coordinator and then eventually the head assistant coach, and players loved playing for him, and it brought state championships. And then when he left, it was a big deal. And I think his team has never been more ready for this game, though, because 4 years in the making, he's built this program out to be right where he kind of wants it to be. They haven't lost a regular season game since dating back 2 years ago. They're in really good shape right now for this game.
Coming in, as I mentioned, 2-0 with games against Edina and Armstrong. Both of them close for a while, but in each case, Maple Grove able to pull away. And for Wayzata, a big win in week one against an overmatched Farmington team. Then last week struggled against Egan, came back, almost pulled that one out at the end, missed on a two-point conversion in the final second. So they certainly want to get back on the winning track tonight, Coach Brad Anderson and his squad.
Yeah, absolutely. And you always wonder in these types of situations, is the team that's battle-tested, that played a tough four-quarter game last week but lost, going to be a little bit hungrier and a little bit better tonight because of that game, whereas Maple Grove has kind of cruised through their first two games. We'll get the answers to that shortly.
Let's look at our key players, starting with Maple Grove. Clark Winicky, senior running back, has been leading their offensive attack rushing-wise so far.
Yeah, he's a dynamic running back who can score anytime he touches the football. He's put the ball in the end zone 6 times already this year, and he's really big on making the big play, but he also can get you a couple of tough yards. He doesn't look like it the way he runs because he's kind of a tall, lengthy running back, but he hits the hole extremely hard.
Joe, for Wayzata, a different offensive scheme for them this year, a little bit different on defense too, but offense, a lot of guys carrying the football. Anthony Clark's been their leading rusher so far.
Yeah, and you know, he's the most experienced running back in the backfield, and a lot of different guys will touch the ball, but he's the guy that maybe can make the bigger play for the Trojans. He's got 4 touchdowns on the year and averaging over 12 yards per carry, so he's been a big running back for Wayzata, not only this season, but in their past.
An offense very similar to what you saw a week ago at Totino Grace, right?
Yeah, it's I think an offense that Coach Anderson put in play a lot of times. He said his top running back will get hurt, and then all of a sudden you're calling on a guy that only got late game carries in kind of blow-up victories. So now it's 4 or 5 different guys carrying the football throughout the game, and they're going to be better tested because of it.
Should be a great one tonight. Maple Grove really amped up for this one as they try to take down Wayzata. It's Maple Grove and Wayzata, and we'll kick it off live on Channel 12 after this timeout.
You watch Channel 12 at home. Why not on the go? Channel 12 is online at 12.tv. Watch on your phone, on your tablet. Channel 12 is your local source wherever you go. Just log on to 12.tv. Check out our videos, subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, and even watch live events via live stream. So don't wait. Stay up to date with Channel 12 and 12.tv, your local source.
So, I'm kind of new here, but I've noticed a trend. My human does this funny thing where she goes around and gets all my toys, and then she hides them in that basket by the door. You know, but it's always the same basket, and it's always in the same place. And then she acts so surprised when I find them, but, you know, she's putting them in the same basket. Again. It's like, hello, that's where you put it last time. You were the worst at hide and go seek.
My new mom and I have a lot in common.
The great outside.
We both love the outdoors.
It's so shiny.
That's not a flower. We both love geology.
Oh, look. An igneous one.
That's not a rock. And she knows a lot about wildlife.
A labradoodle.
That's not a dog. Hanging out has been kind of fun.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of kids in foster care will take you just as you are.
So, I got this new family, and I don't know what it is about this one, but she can't seem to put down that toy all day long. Tap, 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 tap. Oh, and she even talks to it. She talks to that more than she talks to him. What's up, bro? Nice shirt. Who's she talking to? Her mom? She talks to her mom a lot.
Mom, can we get some ice cream? Please, Mom, please.
No, we're having dinner soon.
Please.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of children in foster care who will take you just as you are.
Michael Adams?
Here.
Michael Adams?
Here.
Michael Adams.
Michael Adams.
Students who miss 18 days of school in any grade risk falling behind and not graduating. Absences add up. Keep track at boostattendance.org today.
Adopting a new pet is a rewarding experience. And Shelter Pets make super pets. Your new best friend will steal your heart, bring you happiness, and enrich your life for years to come. You can make a difference in the life of an animal. Adopt and bring home a shelter pet today. To find out more, visit theshelterpetproject.org.
If you drive buzzed, it could cost you around $10,000. You'll face major legal fees, major fines, and steep insurance penalties. You could lose everything. Buzzed, busted, and broke, because buzz driving is drunk driving.
We are back at Wayzata High School live on this Friday night. John Jacobson, Joe Moline, and on the sidelines tonight, Ryan Iverson. Ryan?
Hi, thanks, John. Hey, well, you guys mentioned in the pregame about these head coaches obviously being very familiar with each other, but it's actually a lot deeper than that. Tommy Becker, former linebacker for the Trojans, now the defensive coordinator for Maple Grove, and also had Joey Miller, a former running back, defensive back at Wayzata, now is the running back coach for Maple Grove. In addition to that, a lot of these kids live in the same neighborhoods, play other sports together, so both teams very familiar with each other, John, from the head coaches all the way down to the players. So it should be a really fun game. Hope you guys are staying warm up in the nice, cozy booth. Back up to you.
It is a little warmer up here, Ryan, than where you are down the sidelines. Yeah, I talked to Joe Miller a little bit before the game. He said, yeah, it's weird being back here, and he's going to be on the opposite sideline tonight. He was terrific back for them when they won the first of their state championships. And Tommy Becker, great linebacker, and both of those guys back here tonight, but on the opposite sidelines. Look at Brad Anderson, 16th year as head coach here at Wayzata. 1-1 so far this season, and looking forward to having his team play a good game throughout. And you know, one thing that they've been battling a little bit already early in the season, they've had a slew of injuries already on both sides of the ball, Joe.
Yeah, that was surprising to hear from both coaches, you know, only a couple of weeks in and have injuries happen. It's something that a football coach has to deal with, but it's usually something you discuss more around playoff time rather than early in the year.
Here's a look at Matt Lombardi, fourth-year head coach here at Wayzata. 10 wins at Maple Grove, 10 wins a year ago for the Crimson, riding a 19-game regular season winning streak with his Crimson program. Really done a nice job of bringing them back to football relevance here in the metro area. And it's a big win for them tonight if they can get it at Wayzata. against a program that's been established for a number of years. So we are set to go with kickoff. It'll be Maple Grove receiving the opening kick tonight.
Here we go.
And we are underway. The opening kick handled by Isaac Collins back at the 5-yard line. Bounces outside at the 20 to the 30-yard line. Collins down the left sideline. Isaac Collins is going to go the distance, 95 yards on the opening kickoff.
Well, John, I would say that I'm shocked with the start of this football game, but really, frankly, I'm not. Isaac Collins is an absolute playmaker. And I have to say this, I was going to mention it throughout the broadcast, but Roman Collins, his older brother, always had big games when Channel 12 was in attendance, and here we are again tonight. Younger brother Isaac simply getting it done, takes it to the outside, gets excellent blocking downfield, and then gets a great block by Sam Renner to finish this thing off. You see Renner right there laying out number 9 to get the finishing touches, and really untouched. A lot of speed to the outside, but great blocking by that entire special teams core from Maple Grove.
Senior Tyler Knutson on to try to add the extra point. Isaac Collins is the holder. Kick is up and it is through. And 14 seconds in, Joe, it's 7-0.
Look at that. I mean, right away you see a double team in the middle, a great block. There's a wall block right there, nice block downfield. Another nice block from the backside there by Carson Harris, helping him spring Collins. And Collins, I mean, you can't ask for better blocking up front. Sure, he had a lot of speed there and great vision, but that's a lot of the other 10 guys in the football field that made that one happen. Well, I don't think Coach Anderson wanted to spot Maple Grove 7 points to enter this football game here tonight. You know, him and Coach Lombardi have a rich history together, but I don't think it's that kind of history that you want to give him 7 points to begin this football game.
Collins on the season, the second leading rusher behind Winnicky. He has 176 yards rushing, averaging over 7 yards per game. But we saw him a lot last year. Joe get involved in this offense, a guy that can move around the field and do a lot of things. And we've seen it already tonight, one play in. And
defensively, they'll ask him to make a lot of plays as well, as he's a big player in the secondary for the Crimson.
Now Knutson will kick off, and a return out to the 28-yard line for Wayzata. And so that's where the Trojans will start their opening possession here of the football game.
We'll get our first look at that wing T offense now being implemented by Coach Anderson. Talked in the pregame about one of the reasons for that was just allowing dual threats. And, you know, in this offense, the quarterback, Jake Marsh, as you take a look at his numbers, he's not going to throw the ball as much as previous Wayzata quarterbacks have thrown it.
He'll roll out on first down, though, and throw the ball. It's Collins getting over there and knocking it away. The intended receiver, Ryan Kipe. Look at it again.
Marsh makes a mistake right here and gets away with it. It was Collins who cut in front of the receiver, read it perfectly there in front of Ryan Kipe, the intended target.
So 2nd down and 10 from the 28. You look at the Trojans starting offense, top right of your screen. And they'll give to Clark, breaks a tackle, 30, 35-yard line, Russell down at the 36. A nice gain of 8 on 2nd down. Will set up 3rd down and 2.
You see the front, Maple Grove bringing a 3-man front there, but walking up 2 outside linebackers and blitzing them. It's essentially like a 5-man front. The good thing if you're Wayzata is if you block it up right, you should have a nice running back with some speed to the second level, which they did right there. Picked up good yards on 2nd down.
Look at the starting defense for the Crimson, and a handoff on 3rd down and a gain to the 37-yard line, but it may be just short, close to the 38, Joe, but I don't know if he quite got it.
Yeah,
maybe a measurement.
Ben Schultz, the big two-way starter, offensive and defensive lineman for the Crimson, in there in the middle, making a big stop for Maple Grove, keeping that one a little too close for comfort for Wayzata's sake.
It is a first down, so it'll first down and 10 for Wayzata. Marsh looking to throw on first down and overthrows his intended receiver. That's Austin Gordon.
You see Marsh, I mean, this is a big football game for him, the biggest one he's played in now at quarterback in his starting tenure. And right there, you know, showing maybe some early signs of jitters right there, throwing that ball, not reading the right play.
Maple Grove a little anxious on the defensive side. Looks like they jumped offside. Let's go down to the sideline for a report from Ryan Iverson.
Hi, thanks, John. Hey, we were talking to Coach Brad Anderson from Wayzata Trojans, and he said, listen, he knows Coach Lombardi is aggressive defensively. Of course, he was his defensive coordinator, but he said the key is to watch number 10, Adam Brandt, senior defensive back. They're going to line him up all over. Wherever he is dictates what's coming, what blitzes are coming. So keep an eye on number 10, Adam Brandt. Back to you.
Thanks, Ryan. Handoff on second down and 5 and a short gain. And then first carry of the night for King. King will gain yardage out to the 45. We'll pick up a 2. It'll be third down and 3.
So Brandt plays that position. If you're familiar with Coach Lombardi's defenses, he always had a player that he tried to free up from blocking schemes to make a lot of plays. Brandt's the one in this Maple Grove defense, and of course in Wayzata he had a lot of different players play that same role who went on to be big-time All-State players.
Give this to Clark, and they'll get 2 yards. They won't make the first down this time. Tackle on the play by Chris Fondakowski. It'll be a yard short of the first down on the run by Anthony Clark. Excuse me, it's Brandt on the tackle.
Yeah, but it was Fondakowski, like you said, John, who really blew that play up. His penetration on the outside made that play cut up into the middle where Brandt was waiting and finished him off. Great defense by the Maple Grove Crimson, using that outside pressure to keep the ball in the interior where there's a lot of help.
Charlie Schumack will have to punt on 4th and 1. Kick away. It'll be fielded at the 25. Collins trying to break through the first wave of tacklers, but can't do so. He'll go down at the 29 after a gain of 4. First offensive possession tonight for Maple Grove. The team that put up 40 points in the first half last week against Armstrong. Heavy dose of running, but the sophomore quarterback Brad Davison is showing some poise in his first game plus. He came in relief in game 1 at quarterback and went all the way last week. A nice young player. On first down and 10, he'll give to Clark Winicky, and he gets 5 yards out to the 35-yard line.
And Davidson, being a young sophomore quarterback, is going to be the beneficiary of having a very experienced tailback that's going to be able to carry the ball for 20-plus times per game and make big plays happen. So he's not going to be asked to do so much here in his sophomore season. And as he grows and matures in this offense and the games get bigger as the season progresses, I think he'll be ready for that challenge.
Really good offensive starting lineup there, or offensive line specifically for Maple Grove, open up some holes, although that time Winicki's shut down after just a gain of a couple of yards. Foster Conzet in on the stop. Ben Farrell.
Foster Conzet, the captain of this Wayzata defense in the middle there, calling the plays for his defense out of the huddle, makes a great tackle there in the middle. That play was blocked pretty well around the outside, but Fonza blew it up from the middle.
3rd and 2. Anderson, the fullback, behind Davison. They'll give to Collins. Breaks through a big opening. 50-yard line into Wayzata territory. Brought down from behind at the 45. Gain of 17 for Isaac Collins.
17-yard pickup from Maple Grove, first down.
We saw the whole defensive end spot there really get collapsed by the offensive line from Maple Grove. Great blocking up front That initial surge and Collins' speed to the outside there allowed that first down to happen, and Collins nearly broke another big one there, got caught from the backside.
1st and 10, Maple Grove from the Wayzata 45. Winnicky, the lone back. Davison roll out left. Design keeper, he'll gain just a yard to the 44-yard line. And your Kovac on the stop.
The story with Davidson, of course, being a sophomore starting quarterback, and this not being too big a stage for him, is he was a freshman starting point guard for the basketball team last year and had a great season as the point guard of the Crimson basketball team. And you got to think those two things go well together, the point guard and the quarterback, a decision-making spot for both sports.
Flag is down.
They're going to have something, a trick up their sleeve. There's a snap directly to Collins. Collins and Winnicky were the backs in the backfield there. So always stinks as an offensive coach when you got something planned a little bit different, a wrinkle, and then your offensive line or someone jumps a little bit early, you get a false start or a legal procedure.
2nd and 14 from the 49 for the Crimson. They'll give to Collins, trying to cut back to his left. Falls forward, back to the original line of scrimmage before that penalty. Tripped up from behind by Christian Thomas. And it'll be 3rd down and 10. Gain of 4 for Collins.
Sean Kuiper shot across the line of scrimmage there from the linebacking spot and disrupted that play. Big 3rd down play here for Maple Grove. In Wayzata territory here. It might be 4-down territory if they pick up good yards on this play, but of course you'd like to pick it up beyond this 3rd down.
We'll get a timeout. No, excuse me, another penalty, delayed game on Maple Grove.
And nothing seemed unusual about that. It didn't seem like a long huddle or anything like that.
Coach Lombardi sending the play in with wide receiver Eddie Lee.
Maybe a good opportunity here, 3rd down and long. Throw that screen to Winnicky out of the backfield, perhaps.
On 3rd and 15, Davison rolling out, has time, throws downfield, gets the completion to the 36-yard line. Will it be enough for Doyle on the catch? To be a yard short, gain of 14. It'll be 4th and 1.
I think they picked up enough though, John, where you're gonna put your foot in the gas here and go for it on 4th down. You're inside the 40-yard line, down to the 36, and I think it's a good position for Maple Grove to stay aggressive here.
4th down and 1 for the Crimson from the Wayzata 36-yard line. Handoff to Anderson, 1st down and more inside the 30, still going down to the 27-yard line. He'll pick up 9. Well, Anderson's first carry tonight is a big one.
Ran right between Ben Schultz and Logan Newell, 6'4", 270, 6'1", 260 respectively, and they did an excellent job up front, created a big hole for their fullback.
Fresh set of downs for the Crimson. 1st and 10 from the Wayzata 27, already leading 7-0.
Get back up on the blue.
Winnicky now the solo back. Collins comes in motion. Give to Winnicky and stopped and driven back. The Trojan surge up the middle that time. Joe stopped Park Winnicky before he could get to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, you'll see Christian Thomas in the backfield there. He's down on his knees there, but again, his being in the backfield through the running back off course disrupts that whole play, allows the rest of the Trojans to converge on the football and make a good play.
Ben Farrell leading the tackling attack. No gains, 2nd down and 10. Inside of 4 minutes to go here in the 1st quarter.
Roll out left, Davison. Throwing toward the sideline and incomplete. Sam Colpeen breaking up the pass intended for Adam Brandt.
And this ball probably shouldn't have been thrown where it was. The receiver was never open. The coverage was there the entire time. Colpeen there the entire time. And Davidson lucky to maybe see another down right there, as that play probably wasn't open. Rolling to his left. Got good arm strength on that football. But again, maybe not the best decision. Gets away with it and brings up another third down with the night calling him again.
3rd down and 10. And off to Winicky, trying to pick a spot right side. He'll go down. Tackled from behind by Ethan Faust, the senior defensive lineman. It'll be 4th and 10.
It seemed to me here that, you know, there was a little bit of a crash along the outside, but Winicky kind of, in my mind, put that back a little early there and got it right back to the defense. Just what Wayzata would want you to do right there. Perhaps could have kept with that play a little bit and kicked it out to the outside. Might have had some more running room.
Andrew Kovich also in on the stop. It's 4th down and 10. Joe from the 27. What do you call here?
I think this ball's going to go in the air for sure.
2 receivers to the left. Davison rolls that way, steps and fires and makes the completion on 4th down to the 14-yard line. It's a 1st down completion to Adam Brandt and a gain of 13 yards.
Well, really a 2-receiver route. You got Adam Brandt and Sam Franta both out en route there. Davidson showing the ability to roll to his left, set his feet, and put a strong throw on the football. That time Brandt was open, and he put it right on target. Excellent play, and now the 2nd time on this drive where Maple Grove has converted on 4th down.
Again, 1st and 10. Maple Grove's first offensive series. They had the opening points off kickoff return to start the game. Direct snap going to Collins. He's inside the 10, down to the 8-yard line, a gain of 6. 3rd carry tonight for Isaac Collins.
You see more of those direct snap plays now in high school and college football, and of course the reason why it is a good play is when you have a quarterback handing the football off, you really take away one possible blocker. While on a direct snap, you have the other running back in the backfield. He's able to block and contribute to the blocking scheme.
Here goes Collins to the end zone, touchdown.
And just like that, what I was mentioning, Collins fakes a handoff to a receiver who came in motion, and Winicky, the back in the backfield with Collins, was the lead blocker on that play. Excellent play call right there, and Collins with the 2nd score of the game puts it into the end zone from 8 yards out. Take a look, the fake handoff, that freezes the backside of the defense. Then he gets a great block from Winicky. He comes up, steps up, takes out Colpeen, the defensive back for Wayzata. Excellent play.
Sam Renner also with a good block to help spring Collins. And now Knutson for his 2nd extra point try. It is up and again through. 2:01 to play, 1st quarter. 14-0 Maple Grove.
And that Maple Grove offensive line was just really doing a great job. I mean, they're getting great blocks. You can kind of sense it a little bit. They're running left side. That's where the strong side of their offensive line is. And it's that way for a lot of football teams, but you can really feel it as they like to run the football that way. And then even when the quarterback Davidson has rolled out, which way has he rolled out? He's rolled out to his left. They're a little bit left-handed right now, but it's working to their favor and working just fine.
Knutson with his 2nd kickoff of the quarter. The 9-yard line. Ryan Kipe on the return, only able to get out to the 22-yard line. Leroy Quata, special teams tackle, brings him down.
Take a look at the return. Good special teams done by Maple Grove. Great coverage downfield. And you know, it seems a little early in the game to say this, John, but this is a pretty big possession here for Wayzata. It's almost a must-score situation, what you think?
Well, yeah, you want to have, if not points, at least a long drive and get your offense in sync a little bit. And Maple Grove's defense ready for that first down run. It'll be no gain. John Pumpkins on the carry. His second carry tonight will be second down. It's the all-time series between these two schools. Wayzata leads 5-3, but they haven't met in 7 years. Wayzata winning a section game against Maple Grove 6-0. This is their first ever regular season meeting. Those first 8 were all in the postseason.
Yeah, which is really interesting. I mean, obviously there's different conferences for a long time. There still remains to be seen, but Ryan had mentioned earlier too, just geographically, these schools are so close to each other. These kids know each other, even more so these days with these summer 7-on-7 leagues, which we didn't have back in the day. And these kids get to know each other pretty well through the different sports, even in football in the summertime. And again, very close geographically.
On third down and 4. Handoff goes to Clark's got a first down and on his space to midfield and is tripped up by Collins. Might have saved 6 on that point. Tackle. It's a big gainer to the Maple Grove 49-yard line.
You see that's, you kept this aggressive style of Maple Grove defense. If you block it well, which they did that time, you can really get something going because there's so many linebackers and defensive backs playing up near the line of scrimmage. If you can block it up, there's a lot of running room from the first level to the third level. So that's why Clark was able to get so much running room.
Whistle and a flag down. And an offside on Maple Grove. So the fourth penalty already in the game for Maple Grove. First and 5 now for Wayzata from the Maple Grove 44. Goes to Clark. Spins out of the tackle inside the 40 as a first down to the Maple Grove 37-yard line. Gain of 7. Anthony Clark's 4th carry tonight.
You see great blocking up front, but it's Corey King, 26, gets a great block. You can see him knock down the Crimson defender on the outside there. That helps him get the edge. Wayzata takes advantage of that offsides penalty on Maple Grove, gets a short field there, gets another first down, and Coach Lombardi has seen something and wants to talk over with his defense here on this timeout.
First charge timeout comes in 42 seconds remaining in the first quarter.
We used to always joke back when Lombardi and Anderson were together at Wayzata that Lombardi would use all the timeouts because he loved taking timeouts in this exact situation when his team gave up multiple first downs and wanted to kind of fire him up, or he saw something he wanted to relay. He would use those timeouts, and we used to always joke with Coach Anderson, he never, does he have a rule that he has to leave you at least one? And he said, no, he gets them all the ones he wants.
Well, a great start for his team so far tonight, Joe.
Yeah, I don't think you can ask for a better start. I mean, we mentioned in the pregame, you can't ask for his program to be in a better spot to come into this game for him. And then how about the response from the kids? Opening kickoff for a touchdown, Isaac Collins, and their offense in their first possession simply march down the field and score and capitalize on 2 4th downs. Excellent start for the Crimson.
First and 10 for the Trojans. Give to Clark again. 35-yard line to the 34. 8 of 3. Tackle made by Brandt. Nothing fancy, Joe, about the rushing tags. It's execution and how well you're able to block and how well the defense can react. Trying to bounce outside, breaking one tackle, but not a second, was Austin Gordon. He'll go down for a big loss.
And that's something that can happen on the wing T, unfortunately, is when you're going east and west right there and the running back doesn't get upfield, you can lose some yardage when the defense responds.
Chris Fondakowski in the tackle of Austin Gordon loses 5 as the quarter comes to an end. Maple Grove scores in the opening play of the game. They've added one more, and at the end of 12 minutes of play, our score, Maple Grove 14, Wayzata nothing. More Prep Football live on Channel 12 after this timeout.
So, I got this new family, and I don't know what it is about this one, but she can't seem to put down that toy all day long. Tap, 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 tap. Oh, and she even talks to it. She talks to that more than she talks to him. What's up, bro? Nice shirt. Who's she talking to? Her mom? She talks to her mom a lot.
Joe Moline and Ryan Iverson, welcome back. Start of the second quarter. Wayzata with the football on a third down and long. Inside handoff down to the 34-yard line. A carry by Corey King. And Joe now a fourth down from the 34. Based on the personnel group, looks like a punt for Charlie Chermak and the Wayzata offense.
Well, you remember, Maple Grove went for it in a similar situation in Wayzata territory, but different thing right here. I think Wayzata, even though they're at the 36, they want to punt it, and they want to give their defense possibly a long field behind them and give their defense a little bit of a break and give them the advantage perhaps by punting this and trying to get Maple Grove deep. Probably an intentional delay of game right there.
Give Chermak a little more room to operate as he punts. So the line of scrimmage now to the 39-yard line of Maple Grove.
It looks like Maple Grove's going to be a little aggressive here. At least they're showing it.
Kick away, it'll bounce at the 11 and get into the end zone. It'll be a touchback despite the effort from Cole Doherty to try to save it before it got into the end zone, but it'll be at the 20-yard line where Maple Grove will take over on offense for the second time.
You see the subtle good play there by Sam Franta, who got enough of the Wayzata player right there to not let him get to that football fast enough to down that with inside the 3-yard line. Just enough contact there, slow him down, and let that ball get into the end zone for the touchback.
Davison under center. First down and 10. Toss goes to Winnicky. Good first down run, Joe. Anytime you can get 5 yards and first down, it sets up so many other things and options for your offense.
Absolutely, and that's what has to kill the Wayzata coaching staff with that last possession. They got 5-6 yards on first down, remember, and then they went backwards on second down and lost the 5 or 6 that they just gained. That created that tough third down situation. Maple Grove here, their offensive line in this game so far is really winning the battle up front.
On second down and 5. And the snap to Collins. He'll keep it, trying to get to the 30-yard line for the first down. He'll get 3 to the 28. Wayzata ready on that right side and makes the stop. They swarm to their left. And they had an eye on Isaac Collins that time.
And this is where the Trojans did a good job responding here on second down. They need to make a play now. Get off the football field. This is a situation where third down and 1, it's advantage offense, but if you're able to make this stop, you're forcing Maple Grove to punt the football because of where they are on the football field.
Anderson and Winnicky in the eye behind Davison on third down and 1. They give to Winnicky, gets the first down, much more out to the 40 and out to the 43-yard line. Tackled by Trevor Bedard and others, but a good game by Winnicky. He picks up 14.
You see Winnicky, he's 5'11", 185 pounds, and he runs kind of high. It's not your typical running style and running back size, but he's such a slasher. He never takes a real hard hit. Finds the holes nicely there. He slashed through north and south with good speed. Momentum, falls forward after a nice big gain.
Fifth first down of the game for Maple Grove. Give on first down to Collins. The 46-yard line, a gain of 3.
On the 3-yard pickup, tackled by the Trojans, number 35,
A lot of the philosophy of Wayzata is they're not very big up front defensively. In fact, they're pretty small. But what they try to do is be speedy and quick as a defense. Right now, I think Maple Grove, with their size up front, but also their speed out of the backfield, they're kind of meeting that speed from Wayzata.
Davison, a little bit deeper drop this time. Throws it away. The good decision is to get rid of it there, and nothing downfield that he could get his arm into.
There's the decision making out of the sophomore quarterback that you'd like to see right there. He scrambled out rather than taking the sack or stepping out of bounds there. He threw it away and made sure there were no blue uniforms around where he threw it.
Third down and 7 yards to go, close to 8 yards to go here for Maple Grove. Give to Winicky. Down he goes for no gain. Hit by Ben Farrow, 6-foot senior, 220-pound defensive lineman. Gets in there. Helps meet him straight on along with Foster Conzet.
That was great, just lane responsibility by the defense. Great team defense right there because they really took back the cutback lane. They forced Winicky to cut back, and then when he did so, they were there waiting for him.
Punt almost blocked. Luke Cranny coming in. Jebba Doe able to get it away. They're caught at the 25-yard line for Wayzata. So the defense does make a stop, Joe, and get to Maple Grove gets the first down, but that's all, just one.
Yeah,
it's back to the Trojan offense.
I went Jebba Doe too. I thought he did a good job avoiding the defensive pressure there to kick that ball away. If he just stands there and kicks it, it's probably blocked, but he just made a little bit of an adjustment, took a couple steps to his right there, and got that kick away.
First down to 10. Marsh play action, gives to King, and he's hit almost as soon as he caught the ball.
That away, young man. That away, young man.
Thrown out of bounds for no gain.
Well, you try to slip the running back out of the backfield right there, the fullback, and throw it to him. And it works really well when the pressure comes from the outside because it's going to be a quick throw and that outside linebacker is vacated the area. That time, Wayzata, though, Maple Grove did not bring the pressure that they typically have brought in this football game, so the linebacker was there waiting for him after that short gain.
Grant on the tackle on second down and 8. And nothing this time for Anthony Clark.
That's good team defense again. Fondakowski gets a stalemate on the outside there. 12. Look at him win that battle on the outside, and then Brandt's waiting for him when he cuts it back. And again, good team defense right there. If you contain on the outside and force that running back into the middle, there's a lot of help waiting for you, and that team defense is what's paying off early for Maple Grove.
3rd and 8 for the Trojans. Clark in motion. He gets the carry, cuts it inside, 35-yard line, hands a first down past the 40, 45-yard line, and brought down at the Maple Grove 45. Tackled by Sam Franto, but not until he had made a pickup of 28 yards.
That Clark comes into this game averaging over 12 yards per carry, and there's a reason he can make big plays happen. And that time was it on that left side. Good job up front by the Trojans. Great block out front by Bryson Wilkins, pulling for Wayzata to make that good kick-out block, and the Trojans get a big first down.
On first down and 10, it's Buckus, the fullback, getting a solid 5 yards to the 40.
Wayzata offensive line looking as good as they've looked all night on those last 2 plays, John. And if they start winning some of those battles up front, that's how Wayzata gets back into this football game. But they got to do it on a consistent basis to move the ball down the field like they are now.
2nd and 5, Wayzata at the Maple Grove 40. They'll give to King. Fullback will gain 3+ yards. Brand's on the tackle. A 3rd down and just over a yard to go.
And this is what you envision when you run the wing T offense. It's 3-4 yards a chunk, and then 3rd down and short, and you hope to capitalize and connect on 3rd down. And then once in a while, you'll break a couple of big runs that we saw earlier from Clark.
And they give to Austin Gordon, who's got the 1st down. He's inside the 35 with the 34. Short gain, but enough for a 1st down. Pickup of 2. Moves the chains.
We saw a couple of fakes in the backfield. There was some good pressure in the backfield from the Maple Grove defense. The handoff happened just in the nick of time. But Wayzata using the outside pressure from Maple Grove to their disadvantage. They had a couple of fakes, and then on that counter play coming back and getting a big 1st down. That's a big one. And you can see the confidence growing from this Wayzata offense.
1st and 10 just outside the Maple Grove 33. 5 minutes to play in the 1st half. Gordon in motion. Marsh trying to step away from the pressure. Throws the ball. That looks like it's a lateral, and it's going to be covered by Gordon, who briefly was going to let it go and then got back on it.
Marsh, talk about decision making at the quarterback spot tonight, and he's at a couple tonight where he just hasn't really pulled the trigger on the right decision. That one is the only one that he wishes he could have back. There's nothing good that can happen out of a play when you're being wrapped up and you're throwing it backwards to a running back. In that situation, you're better off just maybe taking that sack when you're wrapped up in that situation.
Christian Yule was the linebacker that was in pursuit for Maple Grove. Loss of 10. 2nd and 20, and puck gets hit as soon as he got the football. It'll be 3rd and long.
And you can see that's what Wayzata's missing right now, John, is that loosen them up, throw down the football field. They're going to need to accomplish that eventually here. You got Maple Grove's defense really up on their toes right now. They're just busting through the line of scrimmage. They have no fear of being beat up over the top or with the throw right now. So they're really dialed in on that run game from Wayzata.
Yohei and Anderson on the stop. 3rd and very long for Wayzata. Marsh under pressure as he rolls out, floats it downfield and incomplete. Langer, the intended receiver, but that pass a good 5 yards beyond him. And so after some positive gains in that drive for Wayzata, a big lateral loss and 1st down. And they're going to have to punt now from the 44.
Yeah, there's small steps in this game. Wayzata's moved the ball, put the ball in Maple Grove territory a couple of times now. Just haven't capitalized and put points on the board quite yet. But let's see how their defense responds again. See if they can't get another stop, given the long field at their back.
Shermack with his 3rd kick. Collins pummels it. Gets back on it back at the 7-yard line.
That's the kind of break that Wayzata needed. Collins normally sure-handed, just takes his eyes off it here a little bit too early and then was catching in a weird spot right at his face mask level.
Jake Kroll almost had that for Wayzata. Collins got his hand out there and wrapped it back in. So the Crimson offense starting at a disadvantage here. It'll be 1st down and 10 from their own 6. 3:22 to go in the 1st half. 2 timeouts remaining for the Crimson. Davison on 1st down and give to 2nd man through. That is Winicky on the carry, and he didn't get much, Joe. A couple of yards to the 8.
I like the way that defense has responded for Wayzata, and I think Maple Grove, who struggled to throw the football a little bit here today as well, would also like to loosen up the defense a bit, but neither team's passing game really has showed up here in this 1st half so far, John.
2nd down and 8. Davison will roll back, throws downfield, and is intercepted. Picked off by Cole Peen. and brought back to inside the 10-yard line. Excuse me, Trevor Bedard on the interception. Bedard, the senior captain, makes the pick for Wayzata, and their offense set up at the 9-yard line.
That's Bedard's second interception of the season, and just, oh boy, you know, you're only as good as your last decision. Davidson made a great one in the last position to throw the football away. That one right there, he's not in a position to get enough on the throw. That's the biggest fault. Yeah, he has kind of an open receiver, but the lack of velocity on the football because he's jumping and throwing rather than stepping into that throw, that's what creates that interception.
So Bedard setting up Wayzata's offense, 1st and 10 at the 9. Hit as he throws. Marsh throw is high and incomplete, intended for Pupkis. A broken play right at the start, Joe, and then the pressure on Marsh as he threw.
And Marsh was a little slow to get up from that hit. He definitely felt that one. And, you know, Wayzata going to the air here after a turnover, it's not uncommon to do. But they really got to plug this one in here if they're going to get back into this football game. They can't settle for 3 points.
That was loose, and it's recovered by Maple Grove.
Well, you just wonder how much that hit on Marsh affects him on this next play. And he was really slow to his feet after that hit they took. Slow out of the huddle, get up in the line of scrimmage, and puts the ball on the turf. I'm not blaming him on this exchange between him and the center, but just kind of questioning whether that hit maybe played a role.
And Hemsey with the recovery. Never got the football. And Hemsey got on top of it for Maple Grove, and a huge play by their defense.
One of those mistakes that as a coach you wish was ironed out and not happening in week 3.
Maple Grove will go back to the ground game. Isaac Collins on the 1st down carry. Short gain to the 10.
A lot of times the quarterback's able to get on that football because he's the one guy that knows that it's on the turf. But good response there from several of the linebackers from Maple Grove to react and ultimately get on that football.
Second down run for Winnicky, who's spun down at the 13. Some short gains. I think why Maple Grove this time perhaps might just stay on the ground, Joe, rather than risk putting the ball in the air. You're backed up inside your own 15. And you've had good success with the running game and certainly have the abilities to pick up a 6-yard gain on 3rd down.
Yeah, I think what happened in the last passing play was I think they sensed what I did, and that Wayzata was starting to play the run pretty well. And they wanted to loosen him up a little bit and go to the air. Unfortunately, it just wasn't there.
Davison will throw, though, on 3rd down and 6, and has a man open, and Bryant can't catch up to it. It's incomplete.
Bryant, you know, it looked like, I mean, yeah, it was overthrown, but it looked to me like Bryant lost his feet a little early here. He's got to continue to run with that ball. Looks like he starts lunging a little early. You gotta, if you keep sprinting there, you might have a better chance to get your fingertips on it. Easy for me to say up here from the booth.
So Joe to punt it away with 1:08 to go in the half. Well, they weren't conservative on the 3rd down call, were they, Joe? Big rush, and it's blocked, and it's a touchdown for Wayzata. Sean Knife with the touchdown.
Well, we're not seeing anything from the passing game here tonight, but how about the special teams? Second special teams touchdown of the game. This one goes to the Wayzata punt block, and look at them come. They totally collapsed the far side of the football field. They all came from the left. Overloaded that side too much for Maple Grove to handle. And an excellent individual effort by Kite.
No chance on that, Joe.
I think they maybe saw what happened in the last kind of high snap, and Bordeaux just barely got it off, and they weren't bringing pressure on that one.
Up and good. And a huge touchdown for Wayzata in the closing moments of the 1st half.
Maple Grove just fell asleep on the far side of the football field, and almost like they didn't anticipate Wayzata to be aggressive. And you got to give it to the Trojans. I mean, they are having a hard time getting it done and getting the ball in the end zone in this first half and really capitalizing on the few mistakes Maple Grove's made. But there they go make a play happen. It's a whole new football game now. 1:03 to go in the first half, and it's the Trojans that get the ball to start the second half as well. So if they can kick the ball off here, play good defense for a minute, they're not in terrible position heading to halftime.
Sean Kipe and Foster Conzid coming in tough there on Jebado getting the punt block. So it's 14-7 with 63 seconds remaining in the first half. Winnicky and Collins will be back deep. Elmore getting ready to kick. High kick. Taken by Collins at the 10. Trying to get wide of the 20, and in the open at the 30, and tripped up at the 35-yard line. Cole Doherty with a big tackle.
And you are not underestimating how big that was, because Doherty was on an island out there fighting off two blockers. And if they get around Doherty, he's gone. I mean, Doherty, look at how good of an individual effort this is from Doherty, splitting the double team right there and making that tackle.
That's huge. It's Collins down at the 37-yard line. Not bad field position for the Crimson, though. 55 seconds remaining. 2 timeouts. They look to answer the special teams TD by Wayzata. Davison, roll out right. Fires and throws and makes a completion at midfield and into Wayzata territory. A little bit of a high throw, but a nice job of coming down with a catch for Eddie Lee, junior wide receiver, and a gain of 15.
You know what players always loved about playing for Coach Lombardi is he instills confidence in these kids. How about Davidson makes the worst interception he's thrown probably in his young high school career, comes back and throws the ball again here to close out the half. Not once, but now twice.
Flag is down at the line of scrimmage, throwing deep and incomplete down the right sideline. And Davison just overthrowing Brandt. Let's check out the penalty.
Official still discussing the penalty. Illegal formation on the Crimson.
Wayzata will take the penalty here. Make them work another 5 yards. The Maple Grove offense. First down and 15. Back inside Maple Grove territory at the 47. Brandt and Collins, the receivers to the left. And a timeout taken by Wayzata.
Coming into this game, young Brad Davidson completed 16 of 27 passes, which is 59%, 185 yards, 3 touchdowns, no picks. His first pick of his career here this evening. And like I said, I mean, it's easy for Maple Grove to come out here and kind of keep the ball on the ground and go into halftime with a touchdown lead, but they've come out pretty aggressive. You wonder how much that has to do with the big kickoff returner. If that maybe giving them that field position made them feel more emboldened to go for 6 here.
Coming up at halftime, we'll hear from the coaches. Ryan Iverson will talk with each of the head coaches. We'll also have the Wayzata marching band. Wayzata dance team will be out. Halftime here. The first really cool Friday night of the fall, Joe. Hopefully have some other nice Fridays. Not bad. There's no rain or anything like that, so I'm not going to complain too much.
Yeah,
It's a little crisp, a little early to be this crisp.
Everybody was scrambling to find their hats and gloves this week.
1st and 15, 38 seconds to go in the half. Davison will hand off. Big hole for Winicky up the middle, inside the 40 of Wayzata, down to the 36. That'll be a first down and a gain of 18. Biggest gainer of the game for Clark Winicky. We'll get back up to the line of scrimmage to the 36, 1st and 10. Clock running 28 seconds. Davison stepping into his throw, throwing downfield, incomplete, almost intercepted. Get hit as he threw and almost picked off by Luke Cranny, the sophomore defensive back. The second down at 10 with 21 seconds left.
You see Davidson's got plenty of arm on him. There's no question about that. He got his feet under him there, got some good air under that one, and he's called Adam Brandt's number a couple of times deep here tonight. They just haven't been able to quite connect.
Second down, timeout Maple Grove. One timeout left. 21 seconds to go. Well, Joe, with one timeout left, you've got 21 seconds. You can't take you too many. You don't have too many plays left before you need to get into the end zone if you're going to get points here. You got 3 plays, maybe 4.
Yeah, and you know the one thing that's missing, you know, a couple years ago, it was you had a Jake Winicky and a Bryson Wojta, right, and you had those big playmakers downfield. They're trying to call, you know, Franta and Brandt and trying to make those big plays happen with those guys, and you know those plays will probably happen throughout the course of the year. But they're trying to find that play, find those guys here as the season goes on. And their success so far this year has been running the football, and now these 2-minute drills, when you're trying to get the ball in the air, it's such good experience for these kids to get here early on in the year when they're going to need it in a much more crucial situation, maybe later tonight, but definitely throughout the season.
Big crowd on hand tonight here at Wayzata High School for this one. Coach Lombardi, one last instructions to his offense. They get set for a second down and 10 from the Wayzata 36. Davison looking, he's got plenty of time. Fires out to his right to the sideline.
Good catch.
And a catch made at the 24-yard line. Catch made by Collins, gain of 12.
Watch Isaac Collins work his way back to his quarterback here, scrambling and then throwing on the run, and an excellent catch, and got his hands underneath it. No review in high school football, but it looked pretty good anyways.
Clock running, they got one timeout left, 12 seconds to go. They give and the catch to Brandt to the 16-yard line. They'll have to take a timeout here with 5.4 seconds to go, gain of 8.
Here comes the field goal unit, try to go up by 2 scores. They got in field goal position right there. You could tell it was executed pretty well. They needed to pick up a first down to stop the clock temporarily. They did that, and they could throw the ball on kind of a quick out right there and knew that they had a timeout, so he didn't have to get out of bounds. Take that timeout, get that field goal unit on, and it'll be about a 39-yarder. Pretty good distance for high school football. Yeah, my bad math. Sorry, 34-yarder. Big difference too. That 5 yards is going to be a lot easier. I'd hope he doesn't. Yeah,
he slips like that. It might not work.
Well, it's good to get that one out of there.
Right.
It's a free mulligan, right?
Now Knutson will line it up, trying to close out the half with points for Maple Grove. Snap it down, kick is up, and it is enough leg, but it's not good. And we come to the close of the half with a 14-7 game. Never got back to the middle of the field.
And the left,
Kept left.
yeah, the left hash mark is the harder hash mark to kick for a right-footed kicker. They usually prefer to be on the right hash mark or down the middle, just by the way the ball naturally draws and the way you like to pull your foot through the kick. And it's a difficult kick, but you know, I think for Maple Grove, even though you don't get the points, you got to feel good that you were able to move the ball down, get it in scoring position, set your kicker up. You just didn't quite capitalize. And Maple Grove's going to feel like they should have a much bigger lead, though, heading to halftime than that 14-7, because they really did outplay Wayzata for most of that first half.
The special teams comes up big for the Wayzata. They weren't able to capitalize on the interception, but they do on the block punt. Let's go down to the sidelines now, and Ryan Iverson.
Hi, thanks guys. Here with Brad Anderson from Wayzata. Coach, special team, such a big part of football. Opening play, they take it to the house. You guys get a big one and get a touchdown there at the end.
Yeah, it's not the way we wanted to start the game, obviously, but, you know, hey, that's what happens. Sometimes we talk about special teams. You can't just give it lip service. Luckily, we were able to make a big play to get us at least back into the ball game, but we got to do better on our special teams.
Offensively, you're in game 3 now with the new offense. You guys were able to move the ball pretty effectively, just couldn't quite get it in the end zone. What do you have to do differently in the second half?
Well, you know, they're a good defensive club. We knew that. I thought we had a couple plays that, you know, if we can make one guy miss, maybe we got a chance for a big play. But that's how it's going to be. It's going to be hit and miss. And when we get a chance, we got to make it go.
Great. Thanks for joining me, Coach. Good luck in the second half. Back up to you, John.
Thanks very much, Ryan. Our score at halftime: Maple Grove 14, Wayzata 7. We'll come back with our halftime and more from Wayzata High School after this timeout.
Michael Adams?
Here.
Michael Adams?
Here.
Michael Adams.
Michael Adams.
Students who miss 18 days of school in any grade risk falling behind and not graduating. Absences add up. Keep track at boostattendance.org today.
Adopting a new pet is a rewarding experience. And shelter pets make super pets. Your new best friend will steal your heart, bring you happiness, and enrich your life for years to come. You can make a difference in the life of an animal. Adopt and bring home a shelter pet today. To find out more, visit theshelterpetproject.org.
If you drive buzzed, it could cost you around $10,000. You'll face major legal fees, major fines, and steep insurance penalties. You could lose everything. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Welcome back to Wayzata High School at halftime of our Friday night football game. Maple Grove 14, Wayzata 7. We'll go down to the field now and the Wayzata Showstoppers halftime performance. That's the Wayzata Showstoppers, and right behind them on their halftime entertainment tonight, the Wayzata High School Trojan Marching Band. Let's give a listen to them. by the Wayzata High School Trojan Marching Band tonight. Their classmates trailing Maple Grove in this football game 14-7. We will take a break, come back with more of our halftime intermission. More live football on Channel 12 after this timeout.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
Wow, these are really good.
You act surprised. Practice makes perfect.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who don't need perfection. They need you.
That's low. That's low and below.
Maple Grove 14, Wayzata 7, halftime of our high school football game tonight. As we go to the halftime highlights, and didn't take long to get some excitement in this game. Joe Moline, the opening kickoff, Isaac Collins on the return.
Yeah, a lot of people weren't even in their seats yet, but look at Isaac Collins getting the Maple Grove Crimson off to the right track, and see the excitement on the sidelines there. What a great start for the Crimson.
95 yards, 15 seconds in, and it was 7-0. After a stop by the defense, the offense had a chance to go to work. Collins involved in the running game. Pass and catch here, Davison to Brandt. And Collins on the direct snap. He'll go in for a score, and he had both first quarter touchdowns. Maple Grove making it easy. He had 14-0. Then Wayzata steadies itself, and they get their running game going with some success in that first half. Anthony Clark with good runs, 2 of them over 20 yards. That one went for 22, and then he had another one here go for 28 yards. And overall, 7 carries for him and 69 yards. But the Grove defense held. Was unable to get the ball into the end zone. On offense, Brad Davison here, the little jump pass, it was picked off, Trevor Begard. Wayzata is set up inside the 10-yard line, but just a couple plays later, Jake Marsh can't handle the exchange from quarterback. Maple Grove recovers. I don't think they had dodged a bullet, but they go 3 and out, and then on 4th down, they bring the house. Wayzata does. It's a touchdown on the special team with the block and recovery. It's Sean Kite for a touchdown. That made it 14-7. Crimson missing field goal as the halftime expired. If you look at the numbers, Maple Grove's offense with the big edge in total yards, pretty much double what Wayzata has done in the first half. Each team with a turnover. Maple Grove 5 penalties, and Wayzata just 1 through the first half, Joe.
I mean, a good football game where, you know, it really could have gotten away from Wayzata had Maple Grove capitalized a few times, and the Wayzata Trojans on offense, they've done a few things here but haven't really plugged it in. Again, that big special teams play, what an answer by the Trojans to give them a chance here in the second half.
14-7, Maple Grove up on Wayzata. Come back with more in the third quarter just around the corner. Prep Football live on Channel 12 continues after this timeout.
You watch Channel 12 at home. Why not on the go? Channel 12 is online at 12.tv. Watch on your phone, on your tablet. Channel 12 is your local source wherever you go. Just log on to 12.tv. Check out our videos, subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, and even watch live events via live stream. So don't wait. Stay up to date with Channel 12 and 12.tv, your local source.
So, I'm kind of new here, but I've noticed a trend. My human does this funny thing where she goes around and gets all my toys, and then she hides them in that basket by the door. But it's always the same basket, and it's always in the same place. And then she acts so surprised when I find them, but, she's putting them in the same basket again. It's like, hello, that's where you put it last time. You were the worst at hide and go seek.
My new mom and I have a lot in common.
The great outside.
We both love the outdoors.
It's so shiny.
That's not a flower. We both love geology.
Oh, look. An igneous one.
That's not a rock. And she knows a lot about wildlife.
A labradoodle.
That's not a dog. Hanging out has been kind of fun.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of kids in foster care will take you just as you are.
So, I got this new family, and I don't know what it is about this one, but she can't seem to put down that toy all day long. Tap, 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 tap. Oh, and she even talks.
14-7 Maple Grove up on Wayzata. Let's go back to the sideline and Ryan Iverson.
Thanks, John. I'm here with Coach Matt Lombardi. Coach, feels like you guys played better. It should be up more than 7 points right now.
Yeah, that's part of our process right now. We don't really know how to bury anybody yet, but I'm proud. They came out hard. Second quarter, we kind of got a little lackadaisical, but it's a fun game. Look, they're singing Sweet Caroline. People are out here. It's a neat environment.
What adjustments do you have to do second half? What did you tell the team at halftime?
I really just told them stay within themselves and actually played better. As goofy as that sounds, I said they got a little bit pressing. It happened. We had such early success that I think they thought, and then Wayzata did a great job, turned the tide and kind of hit us in the mouth. And I said, that's what makes the sport great, is how you handle adversity and all that stuff. And I just want to see if they grow up and kind of become men this half.
Super. Thanks for joining us. Good luck in the second half. Yep. Back up to you, John. Sweet Caroline is running rampant down here on the sideline.
They are getting into it here on both sides, aren't they, Joe?
Well, what I love about it is the parents are going just as crazy as the teenagers. And you all know this song, it's amazing how it crosses generations.
Well, it's interesting to hear Coach Lombardi saying, we did a lot of good things. We don't really need to do that much different. Just don't get too excited, play our game, and we can win.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is what they gotta keep their foot on the pedal a little bit. I think overconfidence can sometimes be an issue with a team that's not used to really just putting teams away. And like he said, burying teams. They can feel pretty good about themselves, and just like in a moment, that thing can change. That's what happened in this game. What they have to hope is that they can continue to disrupt this Wayzata offense, because the Wayzata offense, we haven't seen the best of the Trojans offense yet. And you've got to think in large part to that with the Crimson defense, but if Wayzata offense figures it out here in the second half, we're going to have a whole new ballgame.
This is the last year of the scheduling of games as we know it for high school football. Next year they go to what's called district scheduling, where there's a pot of teams, and within that grouping you create schedules for everybody. It's a very good chance that these two teams will be playing each other on a regular basis. They'll be in the same district, and they'll play each other in the regular season, very likely going forward, starting next season. As I mentioned, they've never played in the regular season until tonight. 8 postseason meetings, but the last one came 7 years ago.
Well, it would be great if they continued to play. I mean, you look at this game here tonight, obviously there's a story between the coaches, but the community is being so close, and the football programs are now 2 of the premier programs in the state at this moment. And this place is packed here tonight. I mean, hopefully you get that sense at home watching this game on TV, but this field, it's so big itself that the crowd is pretty far away from the football field because of the large width of the field and then also the track around it. But this place is packed on the Wayzata sidelines and on the visitor side.
Wayzata will receive the opening kickoff to start the second half. Down by just a score. So for them offensively, Joe had some success moving the ball, but really nothing from the passing game so far. Jake Marsh 1 out of 5 for just 2 yards. And so they've got to figure out a way to sustain some of their drives if they're going to win this game.
I think that would be really helpful is if Jake Marsh can kind of catch some kind of tempo as well. If he could come out and make a couple easy throws that are good, solid completions to kind of build his confidence. To me, I haven't seen him play enough to know if this is Jake Marshall. And to me, he looked a little rattled early on, took a big hit, made a couple of throws that might have been questionable. And if he gains some confidence, that's going to really enhance this Wayzata offense.
He had some pretty good success last week, especially late when they were driving, trying to come back in that game against Egan. Connected often in the final drive, actually, with Ryan Kite to set up the touchdown. And they fell short, as we mentioned at the top of the show, with the 2-point conversion that failed. But he's had some success, but just hasn't been able to put it together yet with the passing game and the limited attempts that they've had so far.
Well, let's face it, if you win the starting quarterback position at Wayzata High School, you're a good athlete. You're a capable quarterback. So he's got it in him. He's only a junior, and this is a big football game here tonight, but he'll get some opportunities in the second half to make a difference and try to make some big plays for the Trojans.
It's a brisk evening tonight, Joe. Temperatures dipped into the 40s now. We approach 8:30. Ready for the kickoff for the second half. Tyler Knudsen putting the ball up on the tee.
I think the Patriots are in town. Last week they played in Miami in 100-degree temperature, and this weekend they'll be playing in this type of temperature. It could be about a 50-degree difference week to week.
It'll be a little warmed up by Sunday afternoon, though. Supposed to be a little nicer that day. It'll be fun to watch the Vikings play outside in a regular season home game for the first time in a long time. I guess they had the game at TCF a few years ago when the dome collapsed, but first scheduled home game, I guess I should say, in a long time.
And this year it becomes the home of football. I mean, Vikings, Gophers, and then of course the Prep Bowl.
So we are underway with the opening kickoff of the second half, taken by Kite. And again, good coverage downfield by Maple Grove. And again, it's Leroy Quana who made his special teams tackle in the first half on the kickoff, making the stop on Kite again. He got just past the 20.
And Maple Grove, despite Wayzata getting the 7 points off the punt block, Maple Grove has been better on the special teams. And you heard Coach Anderson mention that in his interview with Ryan as the first half closed, and you can see Maple Grove's coverage downfield doing a great job.
So first down and 10. And it's Clark who had the big first half rushing the football, gains a couple of yards to the 23-yard line, gain of 2. Clark was 71 yards on 8 carries in the game, and far and away their leading rusher so far tonight. Coach Anderson told us we would see, a number of running backs. We've had 4 guys carry the ball at least 3 times, Gordon, King, and Pupkis being the other 3, in addition to Clark. We gave him close to 3 yards on that gain, so make it 2nd and 7. Pupkis, and he is hit for the Maple Grove defense. No gain, Joe.
Yeah, hand off to the fullback right there, but just the middle collapsed in a hurry, and the Crimson defense responds. And after a decent pickup on first down, you'd like to duplicate it on second down to give you a nice advantage on third down. You really didn't get it there on that dive play. And now, at this point, over 5 yards to go on third down, it's an advantage defense in this situation. We haven't seen Wayzata really connect on a long third down yet today.
On third down, throw for Marsh, high and incomplete. Trying to hit Knipe with the pass. Good coverage by Sam Franta. And it's 4th down.
Good coverage by Franta and a real good throw by Marsh, too. I mean, he put it where his receiver is the only person who could catch that football. He just needed his receiver to maybe be an inch or two taller or just go up there and make a play for him. And Kuyp, it was not an easy catch by any means. Could not come down with it.
It does because it bounces off this guy. I would think that would overdrive that mic, man. It does, but they're running it from the front.
So on 4th down, Shermack stand back at his 12-yard line to punt this away. It's a kick away, a short kick that'll hit short of the 50-yard line and bounce back to the 47 of Wayzata. So just a 22-yard kick and a 1st down for Maple Grove at the Wayzata 47. Will be their first possession of the 2nd half.
You see Wayzata just not able to take advantage of getting the ball here and that momentum that they gained to close the half with the missed field goal and the late 7 points. And then here you see Maple Grove come out. They cover the kickoff perfectly. They get a 3-and-out defensively, and then not a very good punt on Wayzata's part. And look at the field position the Crimson come away with.
In Wayzata territory to start the 2nd half. Collins in motion, gets the handoff, 45, 40. Step out of bounds at the 36. We had a whistle down.
Yeah, you're going to come back. Eddie Lee got a block in the back here. Look at the far wide receiver on the lower part of your screen here. He's going to be pushing the defensive back. Actually, it's a holding, and not maybe the best call in the world. It was kind of questionable. It looks like he might have won that advantage, but got called for the hold.
So the illegal block will bring this big gainer back. Spot foul, they'll mark it off from the 39, excuse me, the 44 of Wayzata. They'll bring it back into Maple Grove territory.
Saw the stats at halftime. Maple Grove, the more penalized team in this game so far. It hasn't really cost the Crimson too much. They've been able to recover from those penalties. Let's see if they can do that here.
1st down, they fake to Collins, give to Winicky, and he'll get out to midfield. He has 6 on the play. Tackle by Foster Conzin, an active linebacker tonight.
So they tried to sell the end around right there and kind of let the offensive tackles from Maple Grove open up and let the defense run to the outside. Wayzata once realized that, was able to close it down kind of quickly, but it's still a decent pickup for Maple Grove. Not back to the original line of scrimmage yet, though, however.
2nd and 13. Winicky tonight, 12 carries, 57 yards. Squarely at midfield as Davison rolls out. Under pressure, ball is loose. They're going to say an incomplete pass as it's picked up by Ethan Faust. And that's not a popular call on this side of the bleachers. I don't know if it was the right call or not, Joe.
Yeah, you know, there was definitely a throwing motion, but whether the ball fell out before that motion happened, take a look. So there's a throwing motion, but does that ball pop out? I mean, these are difficult calls for a ref to make live right there in the action. With the benefit of replay, I still can't tell definitively from that angle right there. Unfortunate for the Trojans, it's 6 points the other way for Maple Grove. Lives and see another day, a 3rd down and long.
Big pressure by Wayzata on that play. So 3rd down and 13 now. Davis with more time to throw. Zips it down the middle. Collins off his hands and incomplete. Almost intercepted by Sam Colpeen.
I'm really surprised Collins drops this. I think he knows a big hit is coming, or at least he feels that, because he's put himself in position, goes up with his leaping ability, and he's going to catch that ball right in the numbers. And I think he just was sensing that he was going to take a big hit from across the middle. Those are tough catches to make when you know you're going across the defense like that.
Bill barely got his first punt off. Second one was blocked for a touchdown. This will be his 3rd punt. Decent rush, but Doe with time to get it away, and a good kick. Back inside the 10-yard line. Good return by Kipe. They'll get out past the 20 to the 24. That's where the Trojans' offense will start.
It'll be interesting to see if Wayzata can build on some of the momentum now. I mean, they nice defensive stop there. You know, good pressure on the quarterback, and then they get a decent kick punt return there that could have been really deep into their own territory after a nice long punt. Wayzata looking for something to grab onto here. Now the defense is looking good in the first two possessions, though, in this opening of the third quarter.
First and 10 from the 24. The drop by Marsh going downfield, and it's incomplete. Almost caught, but unable to hang on to it was Billy Langer. He was open. Had a hand on him and couldn't come down with the catch.
Look at the play from Sam Franta here. I mean, just an excellent play. He just uses his feet to run with the receiver. Doesn't get his hands on him. Just uses his feet and his speed to catch up, and then makes a play on the ball by reaching up and putting his hand up to right where his hands are. High school football, you don't have to locate the football. You can watch that receiver and then go after his hands once the ball gets there. It was just a great play.
On second down and 10, he faked to Gordon. Marsh going deep again for Kipe this time, who lays out and unable to make the catch. Franta again down there defensively. So they go back, slightly different pattern, and again a big downfield throw.
Well, they must have saw something and talked about it at halftime that they thought they had something there up over the top. There's no help from the safety, but boy, Franta's answered the bell both times, back to back.
Third and 10. Marsh, the throw. Picked off. He threw it right in the hands of Kyle Anderson, the linebacker from Maple Grove, who I think would surprise anyone to see the ball right there.
I think the saying goes, Kyle Anderson's not going to sleep well tonight, knowing the ball hit him right between the 2 and the 9.
Anthony Clark, the intended receiver, that was not going to go very far because Maple Grove had kind of blown the play up and threw Clark off his pattern. That's how Anderson almost ended up with it. So after the defensive stop by Wayzata, it's a 3-and-out for their offense. They'll get it back to Maple Grove's offense. Shermack getting the kick away. It's a bounce at the 48 of Maple Grove. And down at the 44. Grove's defense continues to be good. Joe, I mean, the run defense has been good. Franta just individually in the last series, a couple of nice plays downfield and prevent long completions, and their offense with the football back in good position.
Yeah, and the bad news for Wayzata, this is a Maple Grove defense that hasn't given up a point in the second half in its first 2 games this year. Giving up 21 points this season, and all of it has come in the first 2 quarters. So they've a defense that has got stronger as the game has gone on. You see that a little bit here in the third quarter.
From the 44, give to Winicky, who was hit. As soon as he hit the ball, dropped for no gain, maybe even a little bit of a loss. Tackle made by Sean Kipe, who had been returned for a touchdown, punt block for a touchdown. And Kipe get in there, and he's waiting for Winicky.
I gotta believe that's a missed block assignment to not have the strong side linebacker picked up on a play going to that side. Kipe, he's been around the football here tonight and made a number of big plays, and he's one of the reasons why Wayzata's still in this game.
Second and 10. Go back to Winicky, or this time it's Collins rather. He gets out the 50-yard line before he's tripped up there. Go made by Conzett. Gain of 6, maybe 7. It'll be third down. Looks like 3 to go.
Great blocking up front there. Collins easily to the second level without being touched, and then got kind of brought down by a shoelace there. Otherwise, that play could have been much bigger.
Third and 3 for Maple Grove. 7.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Been scoreless so far here in the second half. Each team with 2 possessions. Davison will pitch it back to Collins, trying to cut back up the middle. Gets to the 45-yard line, and they'll have a first down. Collins with 8 carries and a touchdown tonight rushing, also has the kickoff return for a touchdown, and gets Maple Grove a first down here.
A quick decision to cut that one up into the middle, got that first down. Konzat was waiting for him on the outside. He held containment, but when you force him back into the middle, he didn't get the kind of help that you normally would like.
First and 10 from the 45. This is Winnicky, big hole left side, inside the 30. Driven out of bounds at the 29-yard line. Stop made by Cranny. Not until a gain of 15 yards for Winnicky.
That's that left side of the offensive line for Maple Grove, absolutely just getting it done. Great job by MJ Dorn, the left guard there. Blew the defensive end off the ball and opened up a big hole for Winnicky.
From the 30, give to Collins. Gets a couple of yards to the 28. Faust on the tackle.
Watch the one. Is that middle or is that Ash?
From the 8 from the 28-yard line of Wayzata. Winnicky and Collins behind Davison. Now it looks like it's going to be, Collins on the direct snap here. And he'll give to Winnicky, and there's nothing doing there. Tackle made by Konzat along with Thomas.
A design play that you give that ball to Winnicky, but I bet you Collins was wishing he had the option to keep it there because Winnicky was met by a sea of blue, and he probably thought he had a better chance around the outside. Wayzata's defense responded nicely here.
Third and 8. Now Davison back under center. He'll roll out, step up, throw, and makes a completion at the 15-yard line, down to the 11 and a first down. It's his big target, Adam Brandt, and he makes the catch.
It's just another simple two-receiver route. They only send two people out. It's Franta and Brandt, and there's 4 defenders in the area. Davison takes his time, finds Brandt, and in that zone coverage of the defense right there, Brandt was able to settle down nicely, find a spot. Sophomore quarterback found him right before he was hit by the pressure from Faust, and the first down for the Crimson.
First and goal from the 10. This is Collins again. They get down to near the 6-yard line. The 18 yards on that pass completion to Brandt. Second and goal. Ball just outside the Wayzata 6.
Maybe we'll have to hurry up here. It seemed like this one took a little bit longer to get to playing.
Davison rolling left, throwing that way, and incomplete. Grant the intended receiver. Lopine in the coverage. Third and goal.
Davidson rolls out. He has one-on-one coverage to the outside here. It's pretty good coverage, and he kind of just zips it a little bit, and it soars on him a bit. I think that
he had to put it high, though, I think, with Lopine as well as he was defending in front of the receiver. You don't want to pick there. If you don't get a touchdown, you want to at least give your kicker a chance to get a field goal and make it a 2-score game. So now third and goal from the Wayzata 6. And a timeout taken by Maple Grove. Four minutes, 16 seconds to play in the third quarter. Wayzata looking to go 3-0 on the season, try to get their 20th consecutive regular season win. Only loss a year ago came to Roseville in the state playoffs at TCF Bank Stadium.
That one had to keep them up late at night because it was two players they just had a hard time containing, the quarterback and the tall receiver, and they lit up that defense that night. But other than that, Maple Grove came out to play and was right there with them. Fun one to watch though. That one was one of the ones I wasn't at, but I was glued to my iPad watching it on 12 Sports.
Okay, Joe. All right, here we go on 3rd down and goal. Collins will take the direct snap. He'll hand to Winicky, trying to get to the outside. He's in for a touchdown. 6 yards, and the score is 7th rushing touchdown of the season, and it's 20-7 Maple Grove.
I like the wrinkle there. You know, we've seen Winicky as the deep back, the tailback for most of the evening. This time they split him out at wide receiver, put him in motion, gave him a little running start there to get to the edge. And Winicky is very much a north and south runner. We don't see him go east and west very much. But you give him a little bit of a head start there, give him good blocking out on that left side, their favorite side to run to, and he plugs it in, as John said, for his 7th of the year.
Knudsen's kick is good. 3 for 3 on the extra points tonight. Now with 4:11 to play in the 3rd quarter, it's now 21-7.
You see the defensive backs there for Wayzata. They were reading pass just in case, had to kind of stay faithful to the pass, and then once it came, they saw the run coming. The receivers for the Crimson just too good at blocking there out in the exterior.
So 2-score lead. Again, Joe for Maple Grove. It's a big drive for them. Big points. Now pressure really on the Wayzata offense. Then struggled at times to move the ball tonight.
And hasn't put any points on the board yet.
No,
I mean,
right.
you got to remember the only points came from special teams, and this is a Maple Grove team that right now the defense has that offense pretty stifled.
Knudsen's kick will be handled back at the 4-yard line. Returned by Clark. It's out past the 25-yard line, and that's where Wayzata will start. At the 26. For the 3rd possession here, the 3rd quarter. And they need some points.
You know, and this Maple Grove team has shown that they don't give up the big play, at least so far in this game here tonight. But that's what Wayzata really needs too, just a big play too, because as they've picked up first downs and moved the ball a little bit, they've kind of gotten their own way. And you see Maple Grove just tough up front right now, and there's nothing in that Wayzata passing game that's made them loosen up. We saw them there in the last possession. It was a 3 and out, and they tried to pass the ball 3 straight times, 2 times deep and 1 time to the screen. And there's just nothing that's loosened up this Crimson defense yet.
Boy, King will gain in his first carry here in the 2nd half. 2nd down and 10 from the 26. Marshall hand off. And again, nothing doing. First hit made by Christian Yulhay.
Yulhay, I mean, he's the linebacker that's supposed to be kicked out, but instead it's a safety blitzing in there that takes out the pulling guard. What that does is Aris blitzes through there, takes up the guard. That allows the linebacker, who's unblocked, to make that play right at the line of scrimmage.
Pop gets the ball carrier, got 1. It's 3rd down and 9. Marsh on the rollout, floats it out, and it is intercepted. Picked off by Lucas Burrington.
Oh, they call him no catch.
Incomplete. Looked like he had made the pick. Burrington thought he had it. Incompletion.
On the sideline official here, emphatic with his no catch, so he saw something. Let's take a look. Warrington goes and makes a great play on the ball. You see a little wobble there as he gets up. Let's see from a different angle.
You get the pressure inside from Mulhay. I don't see anything where the ball came out, but it's ruled incomplete. Maple Grove's defense, though, again, Joe, make 2 stops on the run, 1 here on the pass, and they do force a punt.
Uncharacteristic Wayzata mistake there, too. Only 10 players on the field for the punt team. Someone caught napping, and they're onto the field late. Still able to get the play off.
Kermack's kick. Bounce at the 47. And a little better Wayzata roll this time, be down to the 37 of Maple Grove. Take one more look at the would-be interception. You might see a little contact with the ground. No.
And that's the exact angle of the official who made the call. But you saw it right there. He called an interception first. He marked it down. He did the old, I don't know what that signal is, but he was signaling a catch first by marking the spot, and then he changed his course a little bit.
Ball back for the Maple Grove offense from their 37. Give us to Winicky, right side 45 into Wayzata territory to the Trojans' 45-yard line. Gain of 18.
Nice little pitch there. Great blocking on the outside. I mean, what they're doing right now is just winning that battle between the tackles and the defensive ends. And right now, the tackles for Wayzata are simply munching on the defensive ends for Wayzata, and they're getting really good running room off tackle at this point in the game.
96 yards unofficially for Winicky on the ground. This time it's Collins.
Oh, he lost the ball.
Fumble after a gain 6.
They're going to say he was down. I thought it was with the hit. Well, my eyes saw this ball come out right at impact.
Oh,
yeah, it's loose. That's a bad call.
He's not down at all.
Oh, that's a terrible call.
Well, maybe on the worst.
I mean, you could see the way Collins reacted, too. I mean, he was trying everything to get back on that football.
Wow. Gain of 5 for Collins. He'll take it. He's got 63 yards rushing now. And second down. Big hole up the middle for Winicky. Down to the 32. Sure that line is really make some room for Winicky and Collins.
And that's what's going to be the hard thing for Wayzata as they finally made a play by knocking the ball loose and getting on that fumble. And those are the kind of plays they have to make right now because the advantage right now goes to the Maple Grove offensive line. They're winning the battle. So if you can make a play on the ball, it's one way you can stop Maple Grove, and they did that. And unfortunately, it didn't go their way.
Give us to Winicky. Another big hole inside the 20. Lowers his shoulder and gets to the 15.
When you're winning that battle up front the way the Crimson are right now, it just gets better and better as the game goes on, too. And that dominance gets more and more decisive. And right now, you can just see hands on the hips of this Wayzata defense. They're getting tired. Maple Grove's gaining momentum. They're feeling good.
1st and 10 from the 15. Winicky with 121 yards rushing now. Give it to him again. Gonna bounce it to the right, comes back to the middle, and gains 5.
The middle. Kicks his way to the 10-yard line.
Second down and 5 from the 10. All right, time for one more play here in the 3rd quarter. If they stay on the ground. Give to the fullback Anderson, and he'll get forward to the 7-yard line. Bring up 3rd and short.
And they're starting to pick up big yards on fullback dives now too. That's where they're really eating off some big yards too. And when you can do that, that's when things are going pretty good for your offense.
3 quarters of play in the books now at Wayzata. Our score, Maple Grove 21, Wayzata 7. We'll come back with the 4th quarter of play. You're watching high school football on Channel 12 Sports.
That's low. That's low and below.
Don't look at me. Your hair's a bit frizzy today. Oh, you should pick that up. Oh, you're such a dork. Loser. Here, let me help you with that. Oops.
Every day, kids witness bullying.
Oh, look. Your crush is looking at you. Poor you.
They want to help, but don't know how.
See, no one here's gonna help you, because no one
Teach your
likes you.
kids how to be more than a bystander. Visit stopbullying.gov.
1 quarter to go here. Maple Grove 21 and Wayzata 7. Look at some of the Trojans fans on hand tonight. It's a 3rd down and 2 for Maple Grove's offense. It's outside the Wayzata 7. The give is to Winnicky. He'll have a 1st down. It'll be 1st down and goal from the 3.
You're not used to seeing Wayzata on the opposite end of just such good blocking up front. It's usually Wayzata doing it to their opponents, but right now, Crimson giving them a taste of their own medicine, winning that battle up front, converting on 3rd and short, and here they are now 1st down and goal.
Offensive line has done a terrific job most of the night for Maple Grove. They give to Anderson. It's forward inside the 2 down to the 1. Had a touchdown last week against Armstrong. It's Maple Grove to a 2nd down and goal here.
And the strong ground game is what wins state championships in the state of Minnesota. There's spread offenses and things like that out there that help win football games. But you see year in and year out, the teams that win the championships, predominantly they're the Eden Prairies and Wayzata in their heyday. Tino Grace at their level. Just solid run games.
Diving and touchdown on the keeper, Ryan Davison. 27-7, Maple Grove.
Nothing special about this. You got a yard to go. Let that offensive line win that battle up front. Davidson with a nice hesitation. I like that on the quarterback sneak. Hesitate, let the defensive line kind of go down if that's the way they're defending it, and then you kind of just go up over the top into the end zone for a score. Maple Grove may be missing a player here from the extra point team. Missing the holder. He's an important component of the extra point team.
Collins has been holding. It's Franta that's going to hold here for Knutson. And it comes up short. Just a little. So we stay at 27-7. Look at the touchdown. Davison with the touchdown run.
You can see in the extra point, you can see it, they get Franta comes on late, and it's because Collins is being worked on down there on the far sideline. So Franta comes on late to hold. I don't know if that affected the extra point at all, but definitely the rhythm of the whole extra point got affected. But Isaac Collins is across on the far side of the field and looks like he's working on something in his lower body there on the left side.
So Wayzata gets the kick block on the extra point. Keep it at 27-7. This is big for Maple Grove tonight, Joe. This score continues. Able to come away with a win here. kick, best of the night for Knutson. This is Clark on the return. Outside the 20, 25-yard line at the 30. And it's out to the 34. Return again for Anthony Clark.
Yeah, it looks like it was designed to go a little bit more right, and he saw it's kind of a soft spot up left and found some running room and got upfield good. Put Wayzata in decent field position.
First down and 10 from their 34. Give is to Gordon. Gordon out from his wide receiver spot. He'll gain 6, maybe 7 yards. Gets out to, looks like the 41. Tackled by Franta.
Franta makes a pretty nice play out here along the outside. He was kind of a last line of defense, getting blocked on the outside, and did a good job holding his own there and making the tackle. Take a look here, blocked well up front. And you see Franta fighting through that block, Able to kick the legs out from underneath the running back.
Inside give this time, the fullback Popkes. Minimal gain for him. About half a yard, it'll be third down.
Yeah, with no passing game, there's just nothing to stop Maple Grove from just bringing their safeties up, committing 9-10 players to the run. And when you have that kind of advantage defensively and the kind of athletes they have on defense and the speed that they play it and how well coached they are, it's just impossible for the offense to get that running game going.
Give us to Clark, into his quarterback on the handoff, and Wayzata is unable to move the ball again. That Maple Grove defense, look at all the white shirts around Anthony Clark.
Yeah, that play was broken up a little bit, partially because someone in the backfield for Wayzata, Corey King, didn't have the right play. I think he ran the wrong way. There was some confusion, bumped into his running back, and that play kind of self-destructed before it ever got going.
So 4th down and 5 at the 39. Jermack in again to punt. Wayzata scrambling to get their 11th man onto the field. And now they're going to believe take a delay of game, yes. Ball back at the 33-yard line of Wayzata. Kermack on 4th down and 10 now. Kick away. Bounce at the 37. Hits a Maple Grove player, but then getting right back on it is Franta. So Maple Grove's offense will take it at the 37-yard line.
Well, if you're Maple Grove, I mean, this has been a perfect second half. Wayzata, went to the halftime with all the reason to be excited. With Maple Grove missing that field goal, they scored the last 7 points at the half. They were getting the ball in the second half, and the Crimson have been dominant here in the second half. Absolutely dominant, winning 14-0 in the half, or 13-0 rather, with the missed extra point. But it's the way they've treated their opponents in the second half this year. They've yet to give up a point in the second half, and they've really been dominant across the board in all 3 of their games now.
Winnicky, the ball carrier, on 1st down, tackled by Conzit. Gain of 3.
Perfect ending to this ball game for the Crimson would be a nice 6-minute drive here, finishing off with a touchdown.
Winnicky, 22 carries, 133 yards. And a touchdown. 2nd down and 7 from the 42.
Isaac Collins back in there at running back.
And he'll get the handoff here. Gets to midfield. It's got a little open field on the left side, inside the 40, down to the 33-yard line. Gain of 25.
A late flag on the play on the sidelines too, so we'll sort that out in a second. But first, look at the run by Collins. I mean, just running at a different speed than everybody else right now. Got a little jump in his step. He's being stretched out on the far sidelines. Perhaps maybe it was a cramp now. And you look at it, the way he was able to bounce back. Didn't look like he was injury stricken at all on that run. Personal foul might be on both sides though.
A dead ball after the play, and sportsmanlike. Signal it like both ways.
I think it was offsetting personal fouls,
okay.
one on each side, so they just more of a warning situation of those players more than anything.
First down and 10, Maple Grove with the Wayzata 32. And give to Winnicky, spinning inside the 30 to the 27-yard line. Gain of 6. The line has done a great job. You look at those guys on the right of your screen there a moment ago for Maple Grove tonight, Joe.
Yeah, and you saw Coyote Osseo. You have to help me with that last name, John. But he's a promising left tackle there for Maple Grove. He switches over to right tackle. He's really plays on both sides of the ball at times, and he's a promising D1 recruit for the Maple Grove Crimson. He's had an excellent game here tonight.
Iwashika, Coyote Iwashika.
And he's a player that a lot of colleges are going to be watching here this year as he progresses. Got all the makings to be a D1 lineman. 6'5", 245, and from all I've heard about him, he's got great feet, great hands. He's just an excellent athlete in that big man body, and that you know what that means. That means plenty of interest.
Gain of 2 brings up third down, and still close to 3 yards to go. From the 26 of Wayzata, toss back. Winnicky will have a first down. It's down to the 21-yard line. It's at 5 more.
You mentioned him, and then Ben Schultz, another one up front, who's had a nice game for the Crimson. He's a two-way starter for the Crimson up front. 6'4", 270 pounds, and he's going to be playing college football at Harvard. So you can see the Crimson very talented up front this year, and that can really bring you a lot of success. That's why they are where they are this season already, looking to go 3-0 with a big win here on the road tonight.
First and 10 for Maple Grove from the Wayzata 21. Give to Anderson. Fullback breaks a tackle at the 20. Inside the 10 down to the 9-yard line. Gain of 12 for Anderson and a first down. First down and goal from the 10. Whistle and procedure penalty against Maple Grove.
If you're going to nitpick on the Crimson, one thing they could definitely work on is some of those things here tonight. They've had quite a number of those issues here this evening. A lot of 5-yard penalties, procedure penalties, a delay game earlier in the game, and now they're going to take a timeout to get things sorted out.
Timeout with 5:03 left. To finish off this drive. Coach Lombardi hasn't made mental mistakes. You have the game in hand. Keep sharp. Not want to have that kind of breakdown. The mistake that he feels is correctable.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he teaches the game. Obviously, you can't, you don't teach the talent. You hope that you can make the most of the talent, but he definitely wants his players to think the game and be sharp and not make mental mistakes. And these little 5-yard penalties, fortunately for them, they're playing so good tonight, they've been able to overcome them, but they can really hurt you in close contests.
Now first and goal now from the 15-yard line. Inside give, and only a gain of a yard, maybe 2 that time, as Collins is stopped. Faust on the tackle along with Conzit. Collins 13 carries tonight, Joe. Winnicky 24.
Yeah, they got a great dual threat in those two, and again, they got to work on the passing game a little bit because eventually defenses are going to match up against this offensive line and make some stops, and they have to loosen that up a little bit too, and maybe make a pass play.
Second goal, second down rather, give to Winnicky, and again, the stop is Faust. Help from Farrell.
And this will be a good test for the Crimson offense. Now they took that 5-yard procedure penalty, went backwards a little bit here. 3rd down and goal. And from the 14, you want to see if you can't get into the end zone here and punch this one in. And it's probably going to happen for the passing game, I would imagine.
Third down and goal from the 13. And the ball is fumbled and recovered by Wayzata.
Isn't that interesting? They probably did pass because they wanted to be safe, take the 3 points if they're not able to get in on the run. And here they are putting the ball on the turf, making a mistake there.
Parker Havlicek making the fumble recovery. And the junior comes up with the stop for Wayzata defense. And the ball goes over to the offense at the 19-yard line.
And that's football. I mean, Maple Grove playing such a good game here tonight, leading by 20 on the road at Wayzata, yet there's plenty of things to work on still come time to watch the film whenever they watch it Saturday or Monday.
First down and 10. The Clark, he'll carry it out past the 20 or the 22-yard line. 3.5 minutes to go. I think that Josh Gillespie on the tackle. It was his first carry tonight. Gillespie gaining 4. And on second down and 6. It's Tyler Didier getting his first carry.
That Maple Grove defense continuing to be dominant, very strong against the line of scrimmage right now, really defending quite well. And now a 3rd down and medium spot right here, and this is the spot where Wayzata really is going to look back on and wish they could have been better here tonight. This 3rd down, just converting on 3rd down, keeping possessions alive.
Goes to Gillespie, getting his second carry in this drive. And gets out to the 29-yard line. Looks like he's got a first down. So a couple good runs for Gillespie here.
Good blocking on the outside there and running from the left hash, running as wide as they could to the right side, allowed him to use his speed to get to that edge and get that first down.
First down and 10 at the 29. On the ground, it's King getting outside past the 45-yard line. A good gainer for him. That'll be 16 yards.
Wayzata's offensive line taking the momentum here and doing a good job up front now, moving the chains. Let's see if they can't get that one offensive score in this football game with a little bit more of a 2-minute drill upcoming here.
On the 45-yard line, inside give. And no gain, it looked like, on that play. Fullback carry. There's carry tonight for Connor Kleist. Second down, they give to Gillespie. Wrapped up, ball comes
loose.
out and returned by Maple Grove. This is Brandt. Brandt down the sideline, and he'll go for a touchdown. "39-yard fumble recovery by Adam Brandt, the senior defensive back and wide receiver.
Well, Brandt's one of the players we were told to watch out for on defense here tonight, and he scoops up that ball, and that one actually looks closer to being down than the one we saw earlier in the game on the opposite side.
Burrington puts the hit on. The ball comes out, returned by Brandt. I agree. I thought he was down.
Brandt is one of the leaders on this defense from the defensive backfield, that safety spot, and also he's the receiver that was targeted the most here tonight. Nice little explanation point on a nice night for Maple Grove.
Knutson this time able to get the kick through. We'll take a look at the run by Gillespie. Here's a hit by Burrington. He sure looks down, but the play goes on. Brandt with the recovery and brings it back for 6. Knutson's extra point making it 7. And a 34-7 lead. High fives all around for Coach Lombardi and his kids who have played well tonight, overcoming a little late first half adversity and taking it to Wayzata tonight.
Well, and he was frustrated that the buses didn't get here on time to the game tonight. That might be a new strategy, John. They might just have to go on a little detour on the way to every game. And if you're going to return a kick for a touchdown every single night to open up the game. And you're going to see the 34 points on the scoreboard tonight, and you're going to think, wow, that Maple Grove offense is really humming along. Well, they played pretty well here tonight. They put 3 touchdowns on the board. Special teams put 1 up, defense put 1 up, and I think that just results in an all-around great football game for the Crimson. Definitely some mistakes and some things to work on, but that's what you expect.
Knutson ready to put his leg into it one final time. Kick taken at the 4. High big hole up the middle. Oh, and a great job by Fondakowski to save a touchdown. That would have been 95 yards and a touchdown for Ryan Kite.
Fondakowski. That was a big hole opening up in the middle there, and there's number 12. Fondakowski comes from the side and makes an excellent play. And Fondakowski is I imagine he's one of Coach Lombardi's favorites. He also hums around on the defense a little bit too, blitzing from the safety position. When he gets his chances out there, he's a good player.
Tom Scoro is in at quarterback now. Ball is fumbled, recovered, I think, by Wayzata. One player had it, and another Trojan getting on top of it, and it is indeed recovered by Scoro, the quarterback, actually back at the 30.
That's the kind of scrum you'd expect to see on a rainy night in a grass and muddy field.
Final 30 seconds to go here. Ball at the 30-yard line.
It's fumbled again.
The ball is fumbled and recovered by Maple Grove.
You might want to switch that football. There's something wrong with it. Nobody can hang on to it.
So good recovery by the Crimson defense.
24 seconds to go in the game.
Back one final time, one snap, really. 31 seconds left.
Again, ladies and gentlemen, tonight the Trojans JV team will be at 10 a.m. at Maple Grove High School.
And Maple Grove will indeed take a knee. Evan Skaya. And that'll do it. Boy, a convincing win for Maple Grove tonight. Joe Moline, 34-7. Matt Lombardi's homecoming here to Wayzata will come across and shake hands with Brad Anderson. I don't think it's the outcome that either one was expecting. In so many years, those guys coached together. Coach Anderson, the offense. Coach Lombardi, the defense. You saw Joe Miller go through the line a moment ago. Running backs coach from Maple Grove and a Wayzata grad. And great satisfaction for this Maple Grove program. Joe to take this win to a team that won 3 state titles in the 2000s. Maybe Maple Grove ascending to that level now.
Yeah, it's a definite sense of validation, isn't it? I mean, you know, when we first had Coach Lombardi at Maple Grove, we've talked to him many years at Wayzata, but when he first got on board at Maple Grove, and it was like the first time they beat Osseo and beat Champlain Park, he was like, you know, this is great, but I'm going for bigger things than this. I want to be with the Eden Prairies and with the Wayzatas, and those are the teams I'm really going after. And, you know, to do it in just a short amount of time that he has, great credit to him and the entire Maple Grove program for jumping on board and making it happen. And they're there. I mean, they're there right now. And obviously there's another notch in the mountain still to climb. And Eden Prairie is sitting up there by themselves right now. But one step closer tonight with a victory over Wayzata.
34-7. We'll take a break. Come back with our post game in a moment. You're watching live coverage of high school prep football on Channel 12.
So, I got this new family, and I don't know what it is about this one, but she can't seem to put down that toy all day long. Tap, 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 tap. Oh, and she even talks to it. She talks to that more than she talks to him. What's up, bro? Nice shirt. Who's she talking to? Her mom? She talks to her mom a lot.
Mom, can we get some ice cream? Please, Mom, please.
No, we're having dinner soon.
Please.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of children in foster care who will take you just as you are.
Michael Adams?
Here.
Michael Adams?
Here.
Michael Adams.
Michael Adams.
Students who miss 18 days of school in any grade risk falling behind and not graduating. Absences add up. Keep track at boostattendance.org today.
Adopting a new pet is a rewarding experience. And Shelter Pets makes super pets. Your new best friend will steal your heart, bring you happiness, and enrich your life for years to come. You can make a difference in the life of an animal. Adopt and bring home a Shelter Pet today. To find out more, visit theshelterpetproject.org.
Maple Grove goes to 3-0 on the season, 34-7 over Wayzata tonight. 14-7 at halftime, and Maple Grove with all 3 touchdowns here in the second half. Joe Mullins take a look at our game recap. It started very early. Couldn't start any earlier. The opening kickoff of the game, Isaac Collins taking it back 95 yards for a score.
Yeah, you know, Isaac Collins started this game off, and you got to give him a ton of credit. He was all over the place here tonight, too. Made a nice pass breakup on defensive end, had another touchdown later on, which we'll see in a little bit. He was big time, and I want the Channel 12 research staff to look to see the Collins family, how well they play when Channel 12 Sports is in town, because Roman's done the same thing before.
Yeah. Roman had a great prep career, didn't he, in football and baseball, too. And you look at the Collins touchdown in the first quarter. They gave Maple Grove a 14-0 lead, but Wayzata able to come back just before halftime to get the punt block and the cover in the end zone by Sean Kite to make it 14-7. I don't think we might have a game at halftime, but Wayzata unable to sustain that momentum through the second half. Davison looking up on the pass there to Adam Brandt. It was a big one. They had some big conversions tonight, Joe, in the first half on fourth downs, big third down conversions in the second half. Keep drives going. A touchdown run by Clark Winicky, and it was a steady dose of Winicky. Here's Anderson on the run. A steady dose of the running game, really, in that second half.
Now that you say that, conversions, I mean, the opening touchdown drive, their second touchdown of the game, they had 2 fourth down conversions, 1 short one, 1 long one on that possession. And then third down conversions tonight were a big difference in this ball game. Maple Grove was excellent throughout the game, both offensively and defensively, getting off the field and not allowing Wayzata to convert on third down.
So Wayzata with a big win, or Maple Grove with a big win here at Wayzata, going to 3-0 in the season, 34-7. And for Wayzata, you look at them on the near sideline around with their coaches. Where do they go from here? Not physically. I mean, I know they go to Dino Grace, but I mean that's a tough loss for them, and rather decisive at times tonight.
It's a tough road for Wayzata because this is a program that's not used to being 1 and 2, and they got a tough game going to Tino Grace next week, but it's a Tino Grace team that they can beat, you know, and I'm not saying they should, but they'll go in there and it'll be a great football game. After that, they got a Hopkins team that I think is pretty good. We saw them give everything Tino Grace could handle last week and probably should have won. Addie Dinah, a favorable matchup for Wayzata, and then tough games against Eden Prairie and Minnetonka to close it out. It does not get easy. Wayzata's going to have to dig deep, but you can't ask for a better coach than Coach Anderson to lead his team through this next patch of games.
Maple Grove's next game, next Friday night, they'll be back at home and take on Champlin Park, and then they get to Tino Grace in a couple of weeks on September 26th. We'll see them again October 10th when they host Osseo in that great District 279 rivalry. On the last Friday night of the regular season, and then the regular season finishing on October the 15th. We'll take one more break. We'll come back with more. We wrap up coverage of Maple Grove Wayzata football tonight on Channel 12. Stay with us.
If you drive buzzed, it could cost you around $10,000. You'll face major legal fees, major fines, and steep insurance penalties. You could lose everything. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
You watch Channel 12 at home. Why not on the go? Channel 12 is online at 12.tv. Watch on your phone, on your tablet. Channel 12 is your local source wherever you go. Just log on to 12.tv. Check out our videos, subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, and even watch live events via live stream. So don't wait. Stay up to date with Channel 12 and 12.tv, your local source.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
Wow, these are really good.
You act surprised. Practice makes perfect.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who don't need perfection. They need you.
Maple Grove all over Wayzata tonight. 34-7 is the final. Ryan Iverson standing by with 2 winning Crimson players.
Yeah, hi, thanks, John. Yeah, I am. I'm here with Isaac Collins, and we talked to Coach Lombardi. He said getting off to a quick start was essential tonight on the road against a hostile crowd. You get out, take it to the house right away. What did that feel like?
It was great. That kick return was a big statement because this is a big game for us. We started this on our schedule, and we came out. We were ready to play, and we came out to play.
Now, a lot of your teammates are going to say it was extremely well blocked. You're going to say it was just all speed and natural ability, correct?
No, it was really well blocked. There was a nice big hole for me, and I just did my job.
Well, talk about having a sophomore quarterback, too, who's got a great arm. He's confident, but also having speed and power that you guys have in offense. What makes you guys so difficult to stop offensively?
Well, Brad, our quarterback, he's a really good leader. So we have multiple threats with receiver Adam and me and Clark at running back. So for defenses, they have to see a lot. They can't just – because last year we were mostly running, but this year we're a little more passing and running.
Confidence, 3-0 to start the year. You just beat a very, very highly thought-of program at Wayzata. How good do you guys feel, especially offensively?
Great. This is a big win for us. Like I said earlier, we circled this on our schedule, and we came out to play, and we were ready.
Well, Isaac, congratulations again on a great day, great win, and a great way to start off the victory tonight as well.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, and now, of course, we have Adam Brandt. Adam, we talked to Coach Lombardi. We talked to Coach for Wayzata, too, and they said, watch number 10. Wherever he's lining up, that's usually where the plays are going to come out. Before we get to the fumble return there for the touchdown, just you being everywhere on the field, making plays. What is your role on this defense?
On this defense, I'm a leader. I play strong safety, basically roll down and play linebacker. But most of all, I have to be a leader out there, get our guys in the right position, have them all playing well and focused, and we just go out there and make plays.
Well, defensively, I mean, you guys gave up some yards tonight, but you didn't break. They had the interception, had the ball on the 8-yard line. Next play, you guys get a big fumble. You hold them. I thought defensively you guys were all over the place tonight.
Oh, yeah, we love that. When we get stuck in those tough situations, we really come out fired up, ready to go, and we love that situation.
Well, and balance is a big thing. Being strong offensively and defensively. How nice is it when you have guys like Isaac and a lot of tools on offense? They can give you a 14-0 lead just like that. What does that do for you guys on your confidence level on defensive?
When we go out there in defense, we just play fast, and we're confident our offense is going to be able to pick us up right away. So we get a 3 and out. We know our offense is going to go do their job and just make plays, and that's all we do. We just play confident.
The big question everyone wants to know, when you guys go number one offense versus number one defense in practice, who usually comes out on top?
It's a battle, but it depends where our two-way players go. It usually comes out on top.
Okay. Well, congratulations again. Had a 39-yard touchdown and fumble return at the end there. Kind of sealed the deal. You guys are 3-0. Best of luck the rest of the year.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, guys. And there you have it. The 2 stars of the game. Back up to you, John.
All right, thanks, Ryan. Thanks to Isaac and Adam as well for joining us in our post game tonight. And Maple Grove with a statement win here tonight, Joe, as we talked about late, 34-7 to go to 3-0.
Yeah, big win for the Maple Grove program, and they're on quite a run right now in the regular season. And this is a good run for Maple Grove, and we'll see how they handle the success. And it should be good things for the Crimson this season.
Final score tonight: Maple Grove 34, Wayzata 7. For Ryan Iverson and Joe Moline, I'm John Jacobson. Thanks for tuning in for our coverage of prep football tonight. Next Friday night, White Bear Lake at Armstrong. We'll see you then.